This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
We are your Morning X, 5K a day on 99X. Amongst all of us, we have a stack of cash. We have not done the first 1K yet. I will say it will happen soon, so you should pay attention to Sleaze, because it might happen in the middle. You never know. Sleaze is brought to you by McDonald's. Support local business owners and entrepreneurs in your neighborhood by visiting a nearby McDonald's today.
I'm really not happy about this, Barnes, but the director for the next James Bond movie says he's looking for a fresh face.
We're still talking about this?
Yes. I thought his name was Denis Villeneuve, but it's Denis Villeneuve. He is also doing Dune Part 3, but then he says, we're going to look for a fresh face. I wanted somebody, that we had talked about already.
I thought they'd already said they had put it down to like 5 guys. There's so much gossip.
They did, but now he's saying he wants a fresh face, which takes out Austin Butler, Jacob Elordi, Timothy Chalamet, Glenn Powell. I mean, there was a list of like 20 people.
Glenn Powell. I don't know if I could see Glenn Powell.
No, he wouldn't be it. No, I know, but yeah, looking for a fresh face. I'm not sure how I feel about that. You know who Jimmy Donaldson is, right? Mr. Beast.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he turned his hobby into this unbelievable business, generating $450 million last year alone. But did you realize he's actually losing money? Yeah, Bloomberg says he's losing money at like $60 million recently. I mean, he has pushed out thousands of videos since he started in 2012. But I guess the company spent $10 million to $15 million shooting videos that were never released because I guess they weren't up to snuff. So I don't know. The guy's making money, but he's losing money?
How you pulling in 450? It's just unbelievable. He gives away a lot of things, but still, that's a lot of freaking money to still lose.
That's a lot of money. It's unbelievable. Priscilla Presley, as you know, is making the rounds because of her new memoir. And even though she had these allegations of, Elvis forcing himself on her, she's still saying that he was the love of her life.
You write in the book about an anecdote where Elvis makes a joke at some point, this is after your divorce, about, well, maybe you'll get back together again when you're old. He says, I'll be old and have a beard. Or do you think if he had lived, you might have reconciled one day?
We talk to each other on the phone a lot. And, those are hopes and dreams. Yeah. And it would have been great if it happened.
Still the love of your life?
Still the love of my life, absolutely.
Man, talk about milking it. She just continues.
Matthew McConaughey is on his little book tour. He wrote a book of poetry called Poems and Prayers. He was on with the Today Show's Craig Melvin talking about why he decided now to release this book.
I found myself getting a bit cynical, having a bit of doubt. Too much doubt more doubt than I was comfortable with in life. I'm looking around at the facts, I'm listening to the news, I'm looking at a lot of our leadership, and I'm seeing a lot of reasons not to believe, not finding enough things to believe in. So instead of looking at the evidence and the facts of the world, I said, look, let's go to dreams, let's go to ideals, poetry and prayers, and see if we can maintain the faith in those and bring those down and make those a reality. People are looking around going, what do I believe in? Tell me, what's the North Star we can all agree on? And if we don't know what that is, whether that's God or ourselves, our better selves, our kids, their future or what, if we don't know what that is, we got to ask ourselves that hard question. Hey, who or what will we die for? Start there. Double down on that belief. That's a great thing to start living for. I think people need belief. We need it. If the doubt wins, we're all going to lose. So we need to find something to believe in that we can agree on.
The dude just talks in rhymes. He really should be a preacher.
He should be a politician. Now, I want to say this about him because he's had a very interesting career. And he was on with Graham Norton, and I thought this was brilliant. He talked about, remember, he was the rom-com guy, what he had to do to rebrand himself.
Because I couldn't do what I wanted to do. I said, I got to stop doing what I'm doing. So I said, no more rom-coms. Called the agent. I said, let the town know. It's not going to happen. I went to Texas. Camilla's pregnant. I'm on the ranch, quiet down there. Camilla says to me, look, you don't know how long it's going to be dry, how long you're going to not go with work. This could go on, but this is non-negotiable. We're not going back. I was like, not going back. Now, a year goes by, nothing. I call my agent. He goes, Matthew, I haven't even heard your name in 6 months. I'm like, okay. I may have just wrote myself a one-way ticket out of Hollywood. I start to think about other vocations, school teacher, wildlife guide. Maybe I'll go back to law school. 18 months go by. I really think I've done it. I'm out. I get this romantic action comedy. It comes with an $8 million offer. I read it. I pass. I say, no, thank you. Comes back with a $10 million offer. I said, no, thank you. Comes back with a $12 million offer. I said, no, thank you. It comes back with a $14.5 million offer. I said, let me read that thing. This could work, right? But I ultimately said no.
I mean, he went for like 20 months. I thought it was really interesting just holding back and saying no.
Must be weird to take his class at Texas. I mean, I can't imagine going into it. Now, we were at the school at the same time. I did not know him. But for him to be teaching, how is that even safe? You know what I mean? Like, I wonder how they operate to get the students even in there. Because you know all kinds of...
Well, I guess because you're in a different environment. You're not in Hollywood.
I know, but paparazzi trying to get in. I'm sure it's just a disruption all the time.
But I feel like that's a whole other thing, though, about how he rebranded himself. Because he came back and won an Oscar.
Man, he's just everywhere. It's so oversaturated right now. And he just...
I know. It's a lot. It's a lot of Matthew McConaughey. All right. That is your Celebrity Sleaze.
Football season is here. Oh, man. Believe has the podcast to enhance your football experience.
We got to embarrass them into doing things the right way.
From the pros.
Definitely one of the most interesting quarterback rooms ever.
To college.
Michigan is set at 8.5 wins.
To fantasy.
If you feel that way, why didn't you trade him?
Become a better fan and listen to the football podcasts from Believe.
Oh, man.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.